how have you changed and how has your maturity changed?
Um, Freshman year, I feel like I had no confidence in myself,
Okay.
especially in terms of being a college athlete, because where I went to, I was going into a 4-year university, so I was going to have to compete for a position with seniors who were 22 years old and had been playing their entire lives. It's not like my high school team. I had an automatic spot on varsity, no matter what. Whereas like senior year or freshman year of college, it wasn't guaranteed, and so I didn't have a lot of confidence in that. It wasn't until I experienced a year of college that I started building more confidence in myself because I worked on things more and I spent my own time working on stuff. So like from freshman year to senior year, I grew a lot in terms of confidence and just knowing how to like believe in myself. Basically, I had to work on that a lot.
And how did you work on that?
I worked on that by spending extra time, like hitting and going to the gym and just like putting in my own time and working on things that I knew I needed to work on. So like that way I was getting extra time on the stuff that I needed to work on, and I wasn't like just contained to like what the team was working on.
Yeah.
So like once I got better at that stuff, I was confident because I knew I had fixed a couple of things.
Okay. As a coach, what do you think a coach's job is for a team or a athlete?
What a coach's job is?
Yes.
So, a coach's job is to instill discipline, to be a role model in terms of responsibility, good attitude, leadership, and just knowing how to like facilitate issues, like if there are problems with players, right? And a coach's job is essentially to just create a positive culture for the players to where they want to work hard and they want to get better. Because without that positive culture, there's not a lot of motivation. Like people aren't motivated by go do that because I said so. It's we need to do this because we have the potential to do better things. So if we're not doing it, then we're going to stay where we're at. So I feel like just building a positive culture is like a crucial thing for coaches to do.
How has being an athlete your whole life affected how you are as an adult, negatively and positively?
So positively, I think I genuinely learned like responsibility and discipline in sports. I mean, my parents were always trying to instill that stuff in me, but it wasn't until I had grown up, like middle school, high school level, when I was kind of on my own and they weren't doing everything for me,
Yeah.
that I had to like figure out how to do stuff on my own. Negatively, it can be a shot to your confidence because especially like softball, it's such a mentally charged game that when you're not doing well, you feel like the world is against you and you're not as good as you actually are. And so there were a lot of times where like it was a roller coaster where I feel like I'm not as good as I actually am. So just like I said earlier, trying to deal with that and learning how to build your own confidence by just working on stuff in your own time was how I had to combat it. Also, sports can take a lot of your time, and I had like no social life in high school because of practice and tournaments and playing travel ball and like all that stuff. I feel like it affected me in the way I socialized with people. I was very shy in high school, and I think it's because I didn't have that time to like make additional friends outside of softball. Like I was just in this tiny little space and I couldn't get out and do things on the weekends and that kind of stuff.
So, how do you think your college coach affected you as a player or your teams or your teammates?
So my experience with playing in college, my freshman year before I got to school, 2 weeks before I was supposed to move into my dorm, the college coach that I committed to left and started working at a different college. And so
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm truly sorry for that. No.
no, put that.
See you doing
Oh.
I didn't even see the phone come back.
Wow. You're in the video now.
How has your experience with your college coach affected you and your teammates?
So 2 weeks before I was supposed to start college and move 4 hours away to Kansas, the college coach that I had committed to left and started coaching at a different school. And so this new coach that had come in, I wasn't super familiar with. I'd never met him before. You know, he wasn't the one that gave me the scholarship. It was the other lady. And so, moving on. Do you want to start over?
No, it's okay. Go.
Okay. And so when I first got there, I was like I said in high school, I was really shy. And so I was like already dealing with how to interact with other players on the team and build a relationship with them. And now having to like build a relationship with the new college coach. You can go that way if you want. So freshman year, I didn't get to start varsity for the team. One, because it's a 4-year university and there are seniors, obviously, that are going to be playing over me because they've been playing college ball already. And two, because you know, like I'm inexperienced and whatever. I understood that. So there was one instance at the end of the season where I had gone up to my college coach and I said something like, hey, what can I do to get better so that, you know, next year coming in I can get some more varsity time? Like, just let me know what I need to fix. Because this coach had said repeatedly, if you want to know how to get more playing time, like, come and talk to me. Like, that was his mantra. I mean, he said it all the time. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to take my opportunity. At the end of the season, we were in conference and everything, so I think he was stressed. Regardless, I went into his office and I asked that, and he told me that I was selfish for asking that, that I wasn't a team player for asking that, and that I needed to leave his office. So that hurt my my feelings a little bit, because even though we were in conference and he was maybe stressed, I don't feel like it was right to tell me that I was selfish, because I was just trying to figure out how to be a better player for him and the team, right? And so that kind of motivated me. Over the summer I worked really hard to get better, but still, like, going into my sophomore season, I maybe started like 1 or 2 varsity games. And there was a tournament that we went to in Corpus Christi that was 11 hours away. We drove 11 hours and every single player played except me. And so, one, I thought that was because I had asked him the year before, you know, and he was still mad about that or something. But two, like, there were freshmen starting over me. And those freshmen were the ones that he had recruited and given scholarships to. And so that was kind of a punch in the gut, and I feel like he affected my college career. I ended up leaving because the pandemic started and they canceled my junior season, and I hated Kansas anyway. And, like, you know, all of the friends that I had made, they just wanted to go out and party all the time. And so I think that really affected my mental health, him kind of saying I was selfish and that I wasn't a team player. So coaches can do that. Like, they should be selective of how they interact with kids, because they don't know, one, what they're dealing with outside of the game, right? And two, because, like, it's just probably an overreaction if they're getting to that point and calling a player selfish. So